There has been in this country, I'm not sure if people are aware, a big attempt by the Republican Party and conservatives, and frankly, some I don't even know how to I don't even know how to categorize these people, but like some notion of some of these anti-establishmentarians complaining about the notion of critical race theory being taught in elementary schools or junior high schools or high schools. And to be clear, that's not happening. There may be sort of concepts that are downstream from critical race theory that are being taught in school. But basically the gist of critical race theory is that despite intentions, we have systems that are set up in this country. It could, I guess, theoretically, you could apply it to other countries too, if you wanted, that are racist in outcome and therefore are racist systems, even if the intent was not necessarily to discriminate based upon race. On this show that we have talked to many authors who have written books about this, whether it's about the tax code, whether it's about home ownership or wealth inequality or other issues. And I don't even know that we ever brought up the words critical race theory. But nevertheless, this has become a catch-all for making people aware that we have some racial problems in this country, and they're a legacy of racial problems in this country.
Yes.
And of course, it's very hard to sort of thread this needle. How are you going to keep people from talking about the obvious racism that exists in our society? I mean, it does. How are you going to do that? Well, here is a leaked audio of a South Lake, Texas school administrator, a woman named Gina Peddy. She's trying to explain the new Texas guidelines for school books, and not just for school books, but basically what teachers can teach in the classroom based upon the passage of a Texas law that was, a means in which to prevent critical race theory from happening, or really basically to prevent teachers from feeling comfortable in discussing the fact that we have racist systems in this country.
And we should say that 4 days before this conversation was recorded, a teacher was sanctioned for having an anti-racism book in her classroom. So this is a part of a larger chilling effect brought about in this school district, South Lake.
And you'll hear the teachers, talk about how they're afraid because they're being attacked. And they're not just being attacked like somebody wrote an op-ed, like they're getting, angry parents who have been, don't like the idea that that their kids are being taught the idea that America has been, is, and can be racist. But here is this leaked audio. It is, I think it demonstrates one of the issues with this type of legislation.
We are in the middle of a political mess. And you are in the middle of a political mess. And so we just have to do the best that we can. And so we're going to go and you're going to do what you do best, and that's to teach kids.
I think we're all just really terrified.
I think you are terrified. And I wish I could take that away. I do. I can't do that. You are professionals. We hired you as professionals. We trust you with our children. So if you think the book is okay, then let's go with it. And whatever happens, we will fight it together. We will.
There's a lot of districts that are in the exact same spot we're in, and no one knows how to navigate these waters. I mean, no one.
Teachers complained they didn't get the new guidelines.
Just try to remember the concepts of 3979 and make sure that if you have a book on the Holocaust, that you have one that has other.
How do you oppose the Holocaust?
What? Believe me, that's come up.
So number the stars, which is
Number of the Stars by Lois Lowry there.
In a statement, a Carroll spokesman said that Peddy's example about the Holocaust reflects the district's attempt to comply with the new state law that requires teachers to present multiple perspectives when discussing, quote, widely debated and currently controversial issues.
Like the Holocaust.
Like the existence of the Holocaust, apparently.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is just, this is naturally downstream from the critical race theory stuff where the whole part, well, the project of the people funding this, like the Koch brother groups and the dark money AstroTurf campaign, is to engage conservatives on this like local level and get them involved. But really this larger effort is in order to smooth out the historical replication of fascism and racism in general. And the Holocaust is an example of that, of course, in order to normalize current fascism and current racism. And so like now we're acting like, oh, the anti-critical race theory stuff is separate from Holocaust. And no, it's all a part of the same toxic effort by these groups.
Yep. And we should also say, just got a IM saying that this school district in Southlake, right next to the Grapevine Colleyville School District, where the principal was fired for supposedly teaching critical race theories and, of course, posting a picture of him on his anniversary kissing his wife, who, while he was black, she is white. And so that also was like, why would you post that picture? And so he was being too controversial. That's what you got there. And that, of course, that audio was leaked to and presented by NBC News.